Are you that person that walks into a room and you can feel the emotional atmosphere within the room? It's usually the people that have a high empathy. You're the type of person who walks into a room and you like to change the emotional energy and the mood of a room. A person like that behaves in a way that they feel a responsibility when they walk into a room. They see a lot of negative energy in their space and they pick it up through their emotions, and it might also be perceived that their mood can start to change. You might have walked being happy and then there's a shift in energy. What happens automatically, you can start to use humor. You can start interacting with people, telling stories, because you want to change the energy of the room. You are trying to lighten people's mood. And you present yourself as the life of the party. You counteract the uncomfortable silence of tension. That action can be very emotionally draining for you. You end up becoming exhausted after being in spaces like that. You've expelled all your energy trying to keep the atmosphere positive. In addition, because you cannot cope with the people that are unemotional and they don't bring out their feelings, some of these people might proceed to find you overwhelming and they start to feel uncomfortable with you. And unconsciously, the people misunderstand you. And that can create a distance with forming relationships. In your attempt to make other people comfortable, you're actually neglecting your own emotional needs. At that precise moment, when you pick up those emotions, in effect, you ignore the feelings of your own discomfort and you're also becoming tired just in the favor of keeping up with the mood. By you stepping in situations like that to fill in the silence or your attempt to start making interactions, you are suppressing another person that is there. You're not giving them the opportunity to express themselves as they start to get to meet you and perhaps start getting comfortable. Not everyone who is a quiet person or perhaps might be reserved is unhappy or uncomfortable. Some people may find your assertive energy quite overbearing. Just remember to find a balance and to allow some space for others to contribute to the atmosphere in their own way, and to find healthy and more sustainable ways to influence the mood positively without exhausting others or becoming overwhelming for others. You are not assigned the role to solely take responsibility to manage the collective mood or energy. When you walk into a space that you feel uncomfortable, it can be more productive to encourage others to share the emotional labor of creating a positive atmosphere. When you feel uncomfortable in situations like this, you need to try to become a better active listener. You don't need to respond. See the behavior that is happening, how your mood is changing, how it's shifting, and try to remain in a space where you're just listening. Do not fill in people's silence. Do not dominate conversations just because you're feeling uncomfortable with the negativity or the lack of positive energy. I know how much you want to jump in and change people's moods. Allow a quiet thing to occur. Do not butt in. Just observe what you're feeling. Do not overcompensate yourself for the sake of other people. Stop taking the role of the mood changer. Allow another person to take that role. You have emotional needs also. You try to make interactions with people which you clearly see that they are not making an effort to get into a conversation. You do not need to compensate for that just because you have a beautiful and happy and jolly spirit. If you allow a moment of silence, there you get to see a lot of things about people, who they are, what they talk about, what they're thinking, what type of people are they? They're introverted, extroverted. Do they have an effective way of communicating? Are they really interested to meet new people, to have a conversation. Allow other people to contribute to the energy in the room. Do not be the sole person fixing the environment. Let the environment adjust itself. Let people do what they plan next. If you start to feel uncomfortable, you can also try to express how you're feeling. You can say what you feel about the room. If you're feeling that you're taking up the space to change the energy of the room, you can let the people know. Because by assertively communicating your feelings to them, you can be an inspiration to these other people, and perhaps they can step up in their communication. You don't always have to be the person that is doing that. The energy of a room is a collective responsibility. It's not your own responsibility. Never go into rooms where you feel that the energy is not alright and trying to change the mood. Do not drain yourself. Do not make yourself exhausted. Just be the observer. That's what you need to do sometimes. Do not talk. Do not be the clown. Do not be the happy person. Go along with what you see and let other people do the work.